Okay, Judge, we are ready.
Okay. All right, we are here on EPO number 16659. So the state of Texas versus Anthony John Isaac. Who here is present for the state?
Ashley Pierce for the state.
And for the movement slash defendant in the case?
Brandon Barnett, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Barnett, we are proceeding today on Zoom and it is being live streamed on YouTube. Are you waiving the presence of your client for the limited purposes of the motion today? And that's the motion to modify the emergency protective order.
Yes, we are, Judge.
All right. As the movement on this case, I will let you start, Mr. Barnett, so you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. We're asking for a limited modification of the protective order here. That the part of the protective order that prohibits my client from going within 500 feet of his home. It's my understanding, and it's been confirmed with the state, that the complainant has since moved out of that house. So the house is vacant and empty, and my client has been residing with family down in Austin so as to avoid violating the protective order. And he'd like to be able to move back into the home while still being subject to the remaining parts of the protective order, such as not having any contact with the complainant.
All right, and state, have you been able to verify with the protected individual, and that being Marimal Matthew, that she is no longer living at the residence there on Grand Meadows?
Yes, Judge, that's correct.
All right, and so is the state aware of this restriction on the defendant, Mr. Isaacs, from going to that location? Is that restriction in any way providing protection to Miss Matthews at this point?
No, it is not, Judge. She has moved to a different location and has no intent on going back to that home that's on the protective order.
All right. Then is there anything else from the defendant on this?
No, Your Honor, we stand on the motion other than that.
All right. And then state, do you have any objection to this modification?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Then in regard to the limited portion of the EPO that is restricting Mr. Isaac from going within 500 feet of the residence at 1817 Grand Meadows and Drive in Keller, Texas, I find that portion of the EPO at this point is unworkable, given that the protected person no longer lives there, and that restriction serves no purpose in providing any type of protection to her. And that this modification, therefore, will not place the victim, the protected person, at a greater risk than did the original order, and that the modification will not in any way endanger the protected person, given that allowing the defendant to go back there will not be putting him and the protected person in the same location, since she no longer lives there. So what I'm going to do is I will grant the motion to modify the EPO and strike that location from the EPO. Now, when I do these in person, I will physically modify the EPO and provide that to the defendant so that they have it in their possession in case, for whatever reason, the police show back up at that residence and they do not see the modification in the state system. But Brandon, I will do the same and file that with the clerk, but I will send you a copy of it as well, so you can forward that to your client. Just in the event that something happens, Mr. Isaac will have a copy of it as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from the defense either.
All right. Thank you all for helping getting this pulled together very quickly, and then we are adjourned.
Thanks all.